Well, welcome everyone. We are so glad that you are able to join. We have a full house. This is amazing. All around North America. We have people from the States and all the way out from Winnipeg, I believe, and just all across Canada. So pretty cool. My name is Russell Petrie, and I am in Langley, British Columbia, so just south of Vancouver. And my co-host is going to share lots as well, Cindy Greenwood. And where are you, Cindy?
I'm in Edmonton, Alberta.
Right on. So we're all like literally we're all from all over North America, I believe. We even get the odd Australian on sometimes. So, but we're going to take about a half hour, and we're going to share a little bit why we're excited about PartnerCo. We're going to talk a little bit about the quality of the company, the quality. We're going to share a little bit a few couple products, couple stories, and then a tiny little bit about the business side of it, and then we're going to wrap up. So that's kind of what you're looking at. So again, so PartnerCo, we're better together is our tagline. We basically got three pillars we like to talk about the most is being your wellness partner, being your business partner, and being your lifestyle partner. So today, this presentation mostly will be about being your wellness partner. But if you are interested in some of the others, reach out to the person who has shared this with you and ask them some questions and how we can talk about some of the other pillars. So right off the bat, I'd like to share this slide. It's basically we have a 360-degree approach about looking at health, right? It's not just from one direction. Obviously a lot of issues, health issues that we have, you should be looking at it from different angles. And so anything from nutrition, food, even we have a cool product that helps prevent some of toxins and stuff from getting into our body, our water bottle. And I usually have it here to show you, but it's in my truck. But so yeah, so great. We have so many different brands. So again, a whole 360-degree approach to tackling our health issue. And just to prove that, like we have over 100 products, but they're over a wide variety of multi-billion-dollar industries, right? So each of these, we're in all these industries. So energy drinks, weight management, skincare, functional food, personal care. So from a customer point of view, we're kind of a one shop, one place to shop, and you can get more majority what you're looking for. So a lot of people will shop here first, and then they go to the grocery store and fill in the blanks later. And from a business point of view, not that we're going to talk about business very much, but I love this as well because we're in all the top things that people are wanting, right? So that it didn't attract me at the beginning, but I do like that now. So Cindy, do you want to share a little bit about the quality side and talk about
Sure.
Strand a little bit?
Yeah, if you're like me, you've tried a bunch of different stuff and probably a bunch of it hasn't worked. And as I've found out, it might have to do with the product quality. So we partner in PartnerCo, we partner with many different experts. So we've got Dr. Ray Strand there on the bottom, who's written several books on nutritional medication and how he's used it in his practice. He actually prescribes vitamins and exercise and that sort of thing before medicine, if possible. There's, of course, sometimes it's not possible, but he actually does that. And he is a big part of the company and a big part of developing some of the products. So we also have people like Fernando for research and development, Brett West, who's written tons and tons of papers, Barbara Cox Lovesley. I always say her name wrong. um, but she's an award-winning nutritionist. She lives in the UK, but she has ties to Canada and the US. And I'm just going to say Dr. Dang because I don't know how to say his first name, but there's just so many that come in and do this research and make sure that our product quality and research is there. And we have a lot of that research available for people to see as well. And the product validation is a really one of the things that really drew me in because a lot of times, because the industry isn't regulated, what you buy on the shelf and what it says on the label isn't necessarily what's there. So we're very committed to making sure that what is on the label is exactly what's in the product. And so we have a 6-step product validation testing method, and you can see it here. So we go through right from when it comes from the raw materials all the way past production and into third-party verification. And third-party verification is where I really like to be. And that's these certifications here that are on the side. And in a previous life, I was an auditor. And all of these big companies have auditors so that they come in and they make sure that the numbers are right so people can invest in the companies, right? You can buy shares and feel safe that you're investing in a safe company. Well, it's the same for your health. These are different companies that come in and verify that what we've said on the label is what's actually in the product, and they give their stamp of approval. So it's not just us telling you that, it's all of these different companies. And you have ones, a lot of people know the Leaping Bunny and the cruelty-free, so there's no animal testing. The clone list is one where Olympic athletes and pro athletes can take our products because there's no chance that they might get a red flag on their drug testing because of some strange ingredient. Our FDA registered facility means that we can actually produce prescription medication. Like that's how tight our processes are. And this PDR is a physician's desk reference. So a lot of our products are in the physician's desk reference. So the physicians could actually prescribe them. And they can do that more in the US and Mexico and that sort of thing than they can in Canada. But it's very good to be in those. So those are just a few of them. We have a ton of published clinical studies, so true clinical studies on our products. We do over 1,000 annual quality tests, and that was that quality testing process we saw. And we have lots of physician endorsements. And a lot of times when the physicians see what's going on, they want to get involved because it's just that good. So I'll turn it back to Russell and he can get us started on our kind of our flagship product.
Sure, thanks, Cindy. So we have a few flagship products, but one that's, the time of the year, everyone wants to look at the beginning of the year and maybe start up with their health and focus on that. So we have a great product that we call the drops, and basically they will help you. As you can see, they help with. I was talking to a person today, Debbie. She said that her energy has picked up right off the bat, couple days in. But it also helps with metabolism, helps with your mood. A lot of people notice that right off the bat as well. So it does many things. You can see here it helps to basically balance your hormones, balance your body, right? So once you do that, a lot of the secret to why our fad diets and stuff struggle when they don't always work to get some results, but it's not long lasting results, is because sometimes you're not focusing. Again, remember 360-degree approach. And balancing your hormones is a big piece of the puzzle that is often missed, right? And so this is what these do. And the cool part is once you balance your body, the side effect is your body will find its happy spot in terms of managing its mass, its weight, right? So again, you start to, if you have to, most people are overweight. So most people, when they use our products, they will shed the pounds, right? And we also have a great approved food list that goes along with this, and amazing coaching, if I might say so myself. Debbie and I do a lot of coaching. There's many people on this call right now. I just looking at the list. There's a Leanne, and there's who else? There's Debbie. There's several Debbies. I see a Michelle's on here. So several people. Tina. Colleen are coaches here as well, right? So we help people. So when you decide to start this with us, you're not by yourself, right? You get help with us. So again, it stimulates metabolism. It's a great product. We can go a half hour on this alone and not even cover all of it. If you want a very good source, we can plug you in. Ask the person who shared this with you, and we can share a recent Dr. Strand, Dr. Crystal half-hour recording, and he can go over that with you and get it right from the horse's mouth on how.
Yeah, that was a great call and a great recording.
Yeah.
So we want to show you some of the results that have happened and the people that have had these results. Oh, and my slide is not moving. There we go. So this is Brenda. She's down in Lethbridge. I'm not sure if she's on the call right now, but I do need to update this photo because she's actually now over 100 pounds down. And this is the pack that she started with. So, like Russell said at the beginning, we have over 100 products in all those different areas. So, she had the shakes and she had some elite. We'll talk about some of these later, but she stuck to the program, and in 6 months, she was down 81 pounds. And it was just around that 7 month mark, I think, that she got down to that 100, what she was looking for. And she's got so much more energy. I was just watching a live that she did today, and she was talking about her first non-scale victory, because there's a lot of non-scale victories here too. And her first non-scale victory was she would fly. She loves to travel, so when she would get on a plane, she'd always have to use that extender for the seatbelt. And when she lost the weight and she got on a plane to go to Vegas with her mom, she didn't need that extender anymore, and that just really kind of brought it home for her. So she's definitely one of our big success stories, but we have many. Russell, maybe you want to talk about Val?
Sure. And if anyone on the call right now has used this product and has some results, maybe throw a one in the chat, or and just so we can show some of it, because we do have guests here as well right now. So just so we can show that what we're talking about is true here. So real science, real results. This is our great friend Valerie. She lives on Vancouver Island. So that picture on the far left, those pictures were taken, I believe it was 2018. So this has been a while for her. So it's been like, we're pushing what, 6 years now, or so. So we are these when you follow the plan and you change it's a lifestyle change, right? So, and she'll tell you her energy and her mood, everything. She's so happy, all that. She was just a bit, can't believe how she let herself go that way. So that's where there's first photos, so if you're starting out, then take these photos. She took that photo and planned to hide it and bury it in a box somewhere. But guess what she did? Put a 2 in the chat right now if you're in our current Slenderize Health Challenge. So what she did was she joined a health challenge back in 2018, and guess what? She won. Okay, so the whole entire company, she won. So you can see why. So pretty amazing. So that's Valerie, our friend Valerie. So we can show tons of these
Yeah.
for like a 2 hour.
Yeah, I think Hannibal was another, he lost 82 pounds. And I think he was another one that won one of the challenges because he had such a transformation. We've got a few. When we talk about Dr. Crystal, Russell mentioned her before. This is her on the right. And she was a chiropractor, had a very busy chiropractic business, but she wasn't taking care of herself. And she was able to, at the end of the day, lose more weight than she currently weighs. And we see her all the time, and she looks like the picture on the right. She's maintained it, and she is one of our biggest voices promoting this because it just works so well. She's even replaced her entire chiropractic practice by coming into the business. So that's a big win there. And on the left here is our friend Caroline, and she did a challenge as well. And you can see her amazing results. And she just lives here in Alberta as well.
You can see a trend here in some of the testimonials. You'll see where it really works well in the tummy area. It's kind of a lot of visceral fat will be in that area. Kind of a lot of people will say that's the tougher part to get rid of, and the drops, and the drops in our food list, specializing in targeting that area. So everyone's different. So we can't, even says that individual results may be varied, right? But everyone's different. We have a food list to follow, and if you can follow that, and drink your water. And we do all this coaching. It's amazing. We have 28-day challenges. We do coaching. It even works for guys too. Here's me in the bottom left. I wasn't brave like some of the women here. I was, pardon me, I work on a farm, so I was chicken shit. I didn't want to take my first photo. I lost 15 pounds probably using the shakes before I was brave enough to take that photo. I have a great headshot that shows the inflammation that I truly had. So that was about 30 pounds, I think, in that photo. Overall was 45, mostly raisin bread and mincemeat tarts I got rid of. And how about you, Cindy? Is that you in the middle, I think, eh?
That's me at the top. And again, I joined a challenge at the beginning of the year because I knew I needed that support of a community of people. And um, I started the drops, and I always tell the story that I like to test things, right? So there, I started in January. You can see I had Christmas cookies left over, so I wanted to see if I could walk past those Christmas cookies and how long I could walk past them before I just needed to take one because that's what it would always happen. And after 3 months, I threw them out because they'd been sitting on the counter for that long. And my husband was a little upset because he wanted to eat them, but I was like, nope, they need to stay there so I can test it. So 7 months, I got down 50 pounds. And then after that, I maintained that for a bit. And then I went on the program again. And in 3 months, lost another 31. So I'm down 81 overall.
Wow, good for you. That's so impressive.
Yeah.
I'm proud
And
of
then
you.
our friend Colleen on the bottom right here, she did a challenge as well. And it's that you don't have to do a challenge, but it's just like I say, that community of support that helps along. And now we have groups that we put you into if you want to start on the drops that have that community so that you always have that support.
Yeah, you can do it solo as well, like with your coach one-on-one. We do, all of us do that. We help people one-on-one. Or if you want that community, then we have that as well. So both, best of both worlds. Colleen is on the call right now. I won't put her on the spot, but if you come next Tuesday or the Tuesday after that, often Colleen will be sharing just like Cindy and I are right now. So I just wanted to highlight and thank her for that. And she's actually got another picture we could probably add uh,
Yeah.
as well, just like we could do for Brenda. So I mentioned the shakes. You see the drops. I mentioned the shakes. That's what actually I started with. I was kind of like, I don't know about these drops, but I did like shakes. I used to be a milkshake kind of a guy, and a true milkshake, milk, ice cream, and a couple of blueberries. That was my shake. But now, so I tried these the Pure Nourish shake, delicious, and so that's what I shed 15 pounds using that instead of having chocolate bars or going to A&W for my snacks. So pretty cool. We have a
Yeah.
we have a cool probiotic. I like to share. I'll let you, Cindy, but I like the probiotic because the person that came, there was a doctor that came from Mexico. His name is Dr. Pena, and and he was introduced to these products, and he was impressed and wanted to join. But guess what? He, as a doctor, he was in the process of making this probiotic product, right? When he joined PartnerCo, right? So we attract some pretty amazing people. So now this probiotic, I think Cindy wants to share a little bit about it. Is
Yeah, it's I've been taking it every day, and I've never had something that worked like this. I've tried other probiotics and they just nothing happened. But the beautiful thing about this is that it's a delayed release. So instead of releasing in your stomach where the stomach acids can kill some of the strains of probiotics, it actually goes all the way through to into the beginning of your intestinal tract and releases there where the good bacteria are actually able to be used. So it's pretty cool. And I'm going to go through some of these a little bit quick because I was just looking at the time, and we love to talk about the products. We could talk all day. So um but yeah, this is the Pure Nourish that Russell was talking about. So you can see it's all plant protein. It's got prebiotics, probiotics, and digestive enzymes, vitamins, minerals. It's truly a meal replacement, and you can really get a really good all of what you need in a meal. One of the great things about this is you can bake with it. So the other day, instead of having my 2 scoops in my shake, I had 2 scoops and I made waffles. And they were on the program, so they were great. We also have some energy products. So if you're looking for energy, and these are 3 of the ones we have. I'm going to talk. I've got a really quick story about the Rejuvenex. And the Rejuvenex is a pill form, and it's superfruit extracts and some green coffee bean and green tea, and it's even got a bit of chamomile. So it's a very kind of calm energy that you have, but it's amazing. My stepmom loves it. She calls it her brain pills because it clears up some brain fog for her. But I recently was helping a lady, and she whatever was going on in her body, when she would wake up in the morning, she couldn't get out of bed unless she had a monster drink. And you know how bad those monster drinks are. She had to have a Monster Energy drink beside her bed and have that before she could even get out of bed. And she wanted to get off of them because she knew how bad they were for her. So we got her on the Rejuvenex, and it took a couple days. It only took a couple days to replace the monster drink, but now she gets up and she takes 4 Rejuvenex, and she said, "I'm good." Like she's so happy to be off of those monster drinks that it's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I've never heard that story before.
Yeah, it's pretty new. I'm just working with her now, and she's pretty stoked about how that worked for her.
Awesome. So here we have, again, we were just sharing a little bit about some of the different stuff we have. Lucem we don't have anymore. We have an incredible product called Skincerity, but we do have some more skincare coming down the line. But Skincerity is a crazy, we could talk about 2 hours about that. But and then we have some Noni Collagen Elite. I think we're going to talk a little bit about in a slide coming up, but an amazing good product as well. And it's actually a skincare product, you know,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
helps with so many other things as well.
Yeah. So I always kind of talk about stress when I talk about Elite, because when I started taking Elite, it was initially for so I could sleep better, right? It was supposed to kind of help with the stress and help, give you some calm and that sort of thing. And it's 8 herbs that work together, and they just kind of get into your body and they kind of figure out what you need. And for me, the things that it worked on first was not sleep. That was kind of the last thing it worked on. But what it did is it went in, and it really started to, I was in a depressed state. I actually started this before I started the drops because I was in such a kind of a dark space. And I took this and I really started to feel lighter. Like some of that darkness was lifting and I could see the light again. And I was starting to, laugh again and joke around again. And I was feeling like going out and talking to people. And so that kind of a thing. And then it got into, I was on Zooms all the time. So I saw that my skin was starting to lighten up and it was looking nicer, and my hair was growing and my nails were growing. So that's the beauty side of it. But it also kind of helped with the brain fog and energy. I didn't get sleepy in the afternoon. But the biggest thing for me that it did was I have plantar fasciitis, and it was very painful to walk. It was sometimes even painful just to sit. Like it was just constant pain. And within a month, it took some of that inflammation out so much that I was not in pain anymore. And that was 4 years ago now. And like it didn't cure it. We don't cure, treat, or heal anything, but it's kept it so that I can actually function. I don't have the pain. I might have it if Steve and I go and, go on a 20-kilometer hike or something, I might be sore at the end of that, but I'm fine the next day, kind of thing, where that would take me out for 3 weeks if I could even make the hike. Right. So it's, it works on everything. I think everybody should have it. It just makes you a better person. It gives you patience. It gives you calm. It's great. So, we're going to some functional foods. So we've got, this is if you're not a big pill taker, you don't like vitamins, that sort of thing. We have some options that are liquid form. So this is our liquid nutrition, and we've got Noni, Limu Original, and Moa. And we're not going to get into too much of that, just to try to keep the time here. But I don't know, Russell, did you want to talk a little bit about Noni?
Sure, a little bit. Again, we could talk long on each of these. So Noni comes from Tahiti, and again, the main reason why this is special is because of the volcanic nature of how Tahiti was created and formed, and there's just so much more nutrition in the soil compared to some of the other places around the world. So so that gives this particular noni a whole extra bunch of amazingness. So we have from the nutritional side, there's adaptogens and there's iridoids, which is a special thing, and there's a whole bunch of antioxidants. The Tahitians, years ago would travel from island to island, and they'd make sure they bring between their boat and their oar, their paddle, and their cells, they'd bring a noni fruit, right, to make sure they could spread the noni to the next island. And but you can see the stats there. And again, this is where a lot of our testing has come from. Brent West, I think it was, He's done a lot of these testing and stuff, so it's pretty amazing. We have our new little logo, Tahitian Noni, 100% authentic, right? So if you pay attention out there, because there's lots of noni that actually we've tested, and there's no noni in that noni, right? So there's lots of fakes out there. So just make sure you're getting the real deal. So yeah, just amazing. It helps on a cellular level. We could go on forever. So
Yeah.
so I don't.
This is a great one we use often before we travel because it does help boost immunity and that sort of thing. So we always make sure we have lots of it with us when we travel. And I don't know if anybody over the holidays maybe saw Moana 2. There's a scene in Moana 2 where she's gone off voyaging and she comes back and she has a basket of noni and she gives it to her tribe saying, I found a new fruit. And so I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. So basically the difference there, this bottle is the juice, the one on the side there, and then the bottle it says Noni Max, that's kind of got pulp in it. So it shows it a little different. And then the Noni pouch, we can do that if you're on the go. It's easy to take a little shot of Noni with you on the go, and or if you're hiking, like Steve and Cindy go hiking, or maybe you play hockey, or you do something, and you can have it in your bag and have a Noni shot later, just to give you a little boost.
Definitely. And we have some traditional dietary supplements. Your Optimal M is minerals, Optimal V is vitamins. Vinali is that one could actually be in the skincare aisle too. A lot of people use it because it's a high dose of vitamin C. And so it helps with cellulite and it helps with skin elasticity and collagen production and that sort of thing. And then we've got something that's kind of non-traditional, and that's our Renew product. And this is one that helps promote the human growth hormone production. And human growth hormone helps with our sleep, helps with libido, helps with body fat, increases lean muscle, so you can recover better as well. When you're exercising, promotes the useful looking hair and skin. Lots of Steve can talk to this. He had his beard was quite white, and when he went to work, somebody asked him if he was dyeing it, and he'd been taking Renew, and the color started coming back into his beard and stuff like that. We've heard lots of stories that way. It improves mood and energy and improves cell regeneration. And I mean, the biggest thing a lot of people feel right away is that sleep. So if you have trouble sleeping, even people who say they don't have trouble sleeping, when they start taking this, they realize how much deeper their sleep is. And people start to dream again. I've been having some crazy dreams about elephants, so I'm not sure what that's about, but it works. And when people start trying this one, they definitely don't want to go without it. And um, it
The
is
cool
it is
cool
an
thing
amazing product.
cool thing, Cindy, on this one, it's not just to get in a deeper sleep. It also helps people in several ways. It helps them fall asleep faster.
Mhm.
If they do wake up in the middle of the night, they can fall back to sleep again, right? So yeah, it's so much, there's so many benefits. Or for me, I just find that I wake up like ready to jump out of bed, and I'm fresh. Like so
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
that should almost be a warning label on this because I used to like to sleep in and I can't sleep in anymore. I'm just awake and ready to go.
Yeah. And the hair growth for Steve's beard, also for women, they
Mhm.
don't necessarily notice it themselves, but when they next time they go to their hairstylist, the hairstylist will say, "What are you doing? Your hair is thicker.
Mhm.
It's not thinning like it was. It's or even growing, or the color is changing, right? They're so it's going back. If you're a silver fox or whatever, what does Brenda say? Silver fox, and she was having some of her natural, darker brown or whatever color she was, coming back, right? So pretty crazy. It works.
Yeah. And we've got an amazing new flavor and it's super cool. When you put it in the water, it's purple, and then when you mix it up, it goes pink, and then it kind of turns an orange color. So it's just fun to drink too. So
Also, there's patents on this, or patent pending,
yeah,
on this as well, on several of our products.
yes, definitely. So we'll keep it going here. We told you about a lot of products and maybe you want to try them all, but you're not sure what to do or where to go yet. So we've got some options for you. So I'll turn it to Russell and you can go through these options.
So we love customers. We love to help people. So there's one way you can do it is you can get a subscription. You can get 15% off if you do that. It comes every 4 weeks. It's unless Canada Post kind of does its thing, but yeah, a very supportive community. So that's one option there, and you get lots of resources and you get support. The best thing is we come with the product as well. You're never by yourself. And then option two, if you love it and you want to start sharing it or people start asking you about it, we can help you get it paid for. So that's one option. So that's a 730.95 Canadian and $30 US. That's a one-time cost. And it could potentially lead you to getting some commissions, if you decide to share. I think at the next slide, or there's a slide coming up here where I'm going to potentially talk a little bit about how I started. But so we could become business partners. So we're here now today to help you be a wellness partner with us. We could definitely have you be a wellness, help your wellness. But there's also, just so you know, there's a business side of this that you get total support, again, just like our products, full support, tools, everything you need for that $29 or $39.95, $30 US. And so was there a slide for me, Cindy? One
Yeah,
more?
yeah,
Oh,
it's coming up here.
Okay, sorry.
I'll just go through these couple here, but
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, so imagine 29.95 US or 37.95 Canadian to get all your logistics, your marketing, your plug and play system. You immediately have a worldwide business if you want it. So with that, you get your website, you get a back office, you have an app. We have business rewards that go into that lifestyle partner because that's how we travel together. Swag and events, award-winning marketing tools and virtual trainings. We have trainings constantly, so there's never any worry about that. We also have 8 ways to get paid. So there's I don't know. I was in the corporate world for a long time and I didn't get paid 8 ways. So I thought this was pretty cool. I'm not going to go through each 8 ways, but if you are interested in this, definitely get back to who brought you to the meeting, and they can go through this with you and explain it all. But like we said, we're in over 50 countries and we have distribution in a lot of those countries. So we are truly a global business. And there's Russell.
There we go. And there's Steve. There's Steve beside me there. So yeah. So when I started back in 2019, and this is the end, just so you know, if you're itching to go to the washroom or whatever, we're almost wrapping up here. When I started, I was just looking for health. I was tired and cranky, and my first product was Elite that I was shared with, and that was very helpful. Kind of helped take the edge off. My mother-in-law was ready to spear me with a pitchfork. I was getting kind of cranky at the farm, and mainly because I was working the farm and working at a factory, at a bakery, and not getting enough sleep. So you can see the hay bales in the background of that one photo. And again, I told you what I'd started with was the shake, right? So there's proof. I'm not full of shit. And so that was my shake when I would have that when I'm out in the field. I couldn't have time to eat, so that's where I started. And the way I started was totally by accident. I do have an international business now. I have brand partners in Nigeria and people in United States as well. And I think I even have a customer in the UK. But it was by accident. I told Tina, who she might be on here still. I told Tina, I'll be your best customer, but I'll never be a brand. I'll never be a business. Don't ask me about it. But by accident, about 8 months into it, I helped someone with Elite, and I didn't know it, but she was suffering from panic attacks, and I helped her. She took some without me knowing, and she came back and she told me what happened. She's, oh, this Elite got rid of my panic attacks. I can't believe it. And I was like, what? You're full of beans. It doesn't work that fast. But anyways, we got her a bag of Elite, and man, like Cindy said, plantar fasciitis and a few other things. This woman had like 4 different major things improve in her life because of Elite. And over time I was like, wow, I got to start sharing this with other people. If I make this impact for one person, I should start sharing. So now, what was this picture taken last year, Cindy, I think?
I think that's in September.
Yeah, September. So this is September. So fast forward a little bit, And so yeah, it's now I have a business in Nigeria. I have my truck. My truck is I gotta get a picture of my truck in this slide one day. I got a
Yeah.
beautiful new truck that it's not paid for, but the payments are coming from Partner Co. My food, all my stuff is covered. My wife rides horses all the time, so she likes to wipe out and fall. So she uses lots of MOA and Elite just to kind of put herself back together and Noni. So so yeah, so it's pretty cool now. And now I get to, like today, I get to go and help people. I get to go and train and help and get to know, meet people. I get to hang out with awesome Beverly today and get to hang out with her. And I think I got to chat with Debbie on the way home and different things. So it's so cool. And there's other people on here, I just chatted with the other day, right? So it's so cool to be able to teach and help people and share this stuff with people, this stuff, these amazing products with people, because it does make a difference in people's lives. So I think that's it. If you want to get started, we have tons of options. You don't have to do, you don't have to do one, you can have to do two, you don't have to do any of these packages. We can build a pack for you. So whatever, we want you to get back to the person who brought this video, this recording to you, and who are invited you to the presentation here tonight live. So I can't tell how many people are here. Well, 36 people, so good. And reach out to them and ask them, kind of let them know what you're looking for, and then we'll build you a pack that's specifically for you, right? And get you and answer your questions and stuff like that. We have great Facebook groups, support groups, all sorts of stuff that will help you and stuff. So we want you to partner with us. And if you have any questions, we'll stop the recording right now. And but if you can stay, and we'll answer any questions that you have.